What's good, YouTube? Full Head Speaks back, man, for another video. Y'all know what week this is, right? NFL getting started. And one thing I gotta get them, they started off the right way. At least for my team. You know, I don't know if it's any good for our opponent. You know, the Dallas Cowboys, who they throwing right into the fray, throwing them right all up in the depths of the ocean, all up in the lion's den. Coming to Lincoln Financial Field on a Thursday night in front of the nation as the Eagles get unveiled. Well, they already got the rings, but the banners come down. 2024 NFL champions, Philadelphia Eagles. So we turning the page. We're on to a new chapter here, and then y'all got this game coming up. Listen, Cowboys fans, I understand fandom. I understand fanhood. I understand how that go. I understand the concept of the team over players. I get that. I get players come, players go. And all that kind of stuff. But this is what I can't do with y'all. This is what you're not going to do, and this is what I'm not going to be hearing. Like, listen, you can think what you want. It ain't my team. Don't matter to me. But all this talk now, after Micah Parsons then got traded, all of a sudden, what did Micah Parsons ever do for us, do for the Cowboys? What playoff games we won Micah Parsons? How many sacks Micah Parsons got in the playoffs? You know, as if Micah Parsons all of a sudden ain't a dude who y'all were just saying previously was like the best defensive player in the league. A dude y'all was saying, like, I remember saying stuff like when we had Hassan Reddick. I said Hassan Reddick just as good as Micah Parsons. I remember saying, or close to him, or the argument that I was actually making is Micah Parsons is a better athlete. And you can argue a better football player than Hassan Reddick, but Hassan Reddick is a better pass rusher just in general. Y'all laughed at me. Y'all thought dudes like me who was saying that was out of our minds. When I said that Nolan Smith, who we drafted from Georgia, has a chance to be just as good as Micah Parsons, told me I was crazy. I was out of my mind. Look at the explosion of Micah Parsons. Look at what he does. He does stuff no other player can do. He the best player on the Cowboys, many was saying. Now all of a sudden, he ain't really all that. You know what this has shown me? This has shown me that despite how incompetent Jerry Jones is, because this is the stuff y'all call him. Before these are the things y'all normally call him. Despite how uninterested in football Jerry Jones is, despite the fact that Jerry Jones only cares about money and the star and how much he wants to just be in front of the camera, be the one talking, not want to be behind the scenes, despite how much he wants to meddle in what's going on and control everything. You know what it shows me? Despite all of the flaws that are clearly shown that Jerry Jones is the worst GM in all of the NFL, despite all of that, y'all will go along with anything this dude do, man. These are the facts. This has proved it. If y'all gonna find a way to justify go along with this bullshit right here with Micah Parsons, y'all go along with anything he do or say. Anything. Anything. Make no mistake, there's nothing good about this. Nothing. Right? I don't want to hear nothing about no damn podcast, none of that, man. Because a lot of y'all sitting there acting like the podcast is a distraction. You support other players who got a podcast. You know how many players got podcasts now? This is just kind of like the way of the 2024s. That's what it is. This is just what it is. This is why guys like Jalen Hurts are dinosaurs. They're the old guard. He's a throwback player. And it's rare you're going to find players that's just like the mindset of a Jalen Hurts, who just really don't have no podcasts, who really don't do nothing but just football 24/7. Them guys don't exist, man. And then the Micah Parsons, how different is he from great players in the past, man? Let's keep it a buck. They say Wilt Chamberlain, who's arguably the greatest basketball player to ever play, hardly ever practiced. Look at Michael Jordan. Of course he practiced, but the dude on the side, he played golf, he gambled, he did this, he did that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. How many great players spent their time dating Madonna and all types of stuff like that, man? Let's not sit there and act like, you only support these players that are just 100% football all the time and this and that. And you talking about the Dallas Cowboys? The Dallas Cowboys, like, one of y'all favorite players. You know how many Cowboys I know who say they favorite all-time player is Michael Irvin? Michael Irvin. Need I say more? You know, the reputed crib that they had, where they were just all types of stuff went down there. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, man. We're not gonna sit there and act like y'all was just all in the church boys and all of that. Like y'all being real hypocritical if this is the route you want to go. This talk now like Micah Parsons, like somehow don't fit culture. What is the culture of the Cowboys? Like, since when? And before Micah Parsons got there, what's the culture been? And then y'all talking about the defense now. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Look, again, like I said, ain't my team. But dudes like that guy don't grow on trees. And then y'all, like, what gets me is a lot of y'all who generally, if people have the mindset that you're not what I would call people that you're not conformists. Some of you non-conformist people expecting Micah Parsons now to be some conformist. Because you know Jerry Jones, like, he's a rebel against the whole NFL. He's so arrogant. He feel like he ain't got to act according to the rules that are pretty much generally followed in the NFL. He feel like he can do little side deals without agents and all that. This is how he operating. This is the truth is starting to come out. Y'all so crazy and so just what I would call fanatical when it comes to the Cowboys and the Star and all that y'all supporting all this nonsense Jerry is doing. Y'all ain't speaking out on none of that. Y'all to the point where y'all not even speaking out on the stupidity of Jerry Jones for allowing this thing to go on so long that he ended up having to pay. He would have had to pay somewhere around what the Packers was paying him. Because before, the Packers gave him the $47 million. What was Skip Bayless talking about with his little phony ass? He said that Jerry offered Micah a $200 million contract or something near to that. So it would have been around that anyway. Why? Because this dude, he waited. Remember, there were other pass rushers. Last spring who got paid. You had Myles Garrett, who one would argue is a better pass rusher than Micah Parsons, whatever. Myles Garrett got what, 33 mil, something like that a year. Somewhere of this nature, right? And then you had TJ Watt, who got like what, a little bit more than that. Had Jerry been smart, he would have gave Micah an offer before Myles Garrett got his. He probably could have signed Micah for about like 30. He probably could have got him for about like 30. And then let's say he waited till after Myles Garrett did. If Myles Garrett got 33, you can get Micah 34, 35. You would have had him. None of this shit would even be an issue. You know what I mean? At worst, you could have did it right after Watt got his. But no, he playing around. His ego got him not wanting to talk to not deal with agents and all that kind of stuff. And now you end up trading him. for 2 picks that are going to be at the end of the first round. Y'all sitting here, y'all so delusional, y'all acting like, well, you don't know what that might be. You know, you get a player, you know, at the end of the first round, that might be like, man, bro, ain't going to be nobody like that over there with Mike. That's on Micah level, man. It just don't happen like that, bro. It just don't happen like that. Like, y'all dudes are different. Y'all are unique. And y'all are different. For real. Like, it don't matter what that man do. Y'all gonna find a way to justify it so that you can just feel good about the Cowboys. And I get it. I get it because I get it. It's loyalty. And when you loyal, right, and you put yourself out there in public as, like, this your team, you can't, like, turn around and, like, go with another team, because then you look like a sucker, right? You look like a dude that jumps ship and go with different teams based on what's happening, right? You can't do that. So you're going to ride with the Cowboys anyway. You're going to ride with your squad anyway. So in riding with them, you can go the route of just being a negative person that's always just calling them out and come off as negative, or you can go the route of delusion, which is, you know, find a way to say, well, it ain't that bad. It really ain't that bad. You know, we was bad anyway with Micah, so we bad without him. Like, that's like saying, that's like the Eagles in 1996, right? I think it was 96 when Andy Reid came to the Eagles. That's like the Eagles saying, you know, trading Brian Dawkins, who was on the squad, or trading Hugh Douglas, who was on the squad from the previous regime, saying, hey, man, look, we won 4 games and Brian Dawkins was on the team. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter that he's a Hall of Famer. We only won 4 games with him, so we traded him. You know how stupid that is? That's like Dallas Cowboys. If you can't understand that one, that's like when Jerry Jones came. Because y'all know Tom Landry's last draft pick, or last first round draft pick, was Michael Irvin. And then y'all went and lost, like, y'all won like maybe 1 game or some shit like that in Michael Irvin's rookie year. That's like, you know, Jimmy Johnson coming in and Jerry Jones coming in and trading Michael Irvin, saying, should we ain't win no games with Michael Irvin. Right? That's stupid. No, Michael Irvin, or that great player, in this case Micah Parsons, represents that one piece that you know you got. All right, pass rusher I ain't got to look for. I got that locked down. Boom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add defensive tackles who going to support and aid him, who's actually going to make the game easier for him. Or at best, you're going to find pass rushers that can take advantage of the situation that Micah Parsons provides by being double teamed constantly. Don't worry, the Packers going to show you how it's done. Right? That's the way y'all should have been thinking. But no, y'all want to act like Parsons wasn't a benefit to your defense just because your defense wasn't a top defense. That's stupid. And anybody talking like that, you talking stupid. You talking stupid. Now, does that mean you can't build a defense? Like, sure. But don't sit there and give me your defense is going to be just as good or just as whatever, such and such. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now, the only way you can make common sense to me, somewhat, is if your thing is, all right, look, this team is, we just straight rebuild mode, and we ain't going to be good for the next 3-4 years or whatever, which I still wouldn't do with Parsons because he's 25 years old. I would more so be looking to move that damn quarterback. That's what I'd be doing. Personally, I'd be calling teams that feel like they're a quarterback away, and I get rid of that motherfucker. That's what I would do. Like, if I'm in that mood. Like, I would get rid of him before Micah. For real. Like, 60 mil and this dude with 47 or whatever, you can grab you a young quarterback. Look at all these quarterbacks that came into the league over the last 10 years when y'all sitting here with Dak Prescott. The Eagles drafted Carson Wentz the same year y'all drafted Prescott. Decided real quick, we ain't keeping Wentz. Flipped him into Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Just got us a bowl off of that. 2 Super Bowl appearances in a bowl. What are y'all doing? Like, what is the Cowboys doing? What are they looking at? I don't understand. You know what I mean? He's sitting here riding off of, Dak Prescott's supposed record against the Eagles, bro. All those was bad Eagle teams, man. Ever since Jalen Hurts came here, you ain't got no winning record against the Eagles. That was like back under Wentz and all them dudes we done got rid of and flipped and all that. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And Dak can't stay healthy on top of that. Like, what are y'all doing? What y'all doing? Listen, Thursday night coming up, man. Y'all got to come in here and handle some business. We're virtually healthy. Now, the only question marks that people who are afraid the Eagles right now have is strong safety, what they used to call it anyway. I don't know what they do no more. It seems like safety is a big, the traditional strong safety seems to be like it dead now, So that safety, whatever, I guess the safety on the on the left side, right? And then you got the corner where Darius Slay was. That's the question. I don't know if Quinyon Mitchell gonna be over there now, or Q gonna stay on the same side he was on. I'm not sure. So we got a couple questions on that tip. Other than that, defense solid. Brandon Graham, anybody worried about missing him? He was out half of the year last year. Nolan Smith was the one handling most of the business over there. Jalen Carter still there, Jordan Davis still there. We lost Bill Williams, but he was a rotational piece. All the players we lost was rotational pieces. Josh Sweat, he had a hell of a Super Bowl run, but he wasn't no dominant defensive man. Yeah, we got a young boy called Jalix Hunt who's going to replace them, and then let's not forget about our first-round pick, Jahad Campbell. Best linebacker by many's opinion in the draft, and he can rush the passer. You feel what I'm saying? He going to be playing like, and we still got our genius coach, Vic Fangio. Like, y'all want to keep believing Dak Prescott just eats up Eagles defenses? Well, when did he play against the Eagles with Vic Fangio? Remember, his bum ass was hurt last year. So, we're going to see. We're going to see about that. So, the Dallas Cowboys, what y'all got to unveil? Y'all got a new right guard, right? Okay. So, that's a rookie up against Jalen Carter week 1. I heard he mean and nasty, but ain't nobody nasty than Jalen Carter. Jordan Davis. This is what y'all got to deal with the first week. Come on, man. I don't know, bro. What about the middle of the field? Zach Bond all over the place. You feel me? Jahad Campbell out there. The Kobe Dean might be back. If not, Trotter Jr. fits in just fine. Cooper DeJean all throughout the slot. Man, watching CeeDee Lamb. You know what I mean? So CeeDee Lamb, like y'all like to take and put his punk ass in the slot because he's afraid of that outside work. Where Quinyon is at. Yeah. It's going to be something. I figure your passing game should be a little bit better because you got Pickens. He'll win a couple 50-50 balls for you. You know what I mean? But I think we'll be prepared for that. I just do. I don't think it's going to be good at all Thursday. I don't think it's going to be good at all, to be honest with you. And we're going to see how y'all feel about your boy Jerry after Thursday. I just can't wait to see y'all on Fridays because your content creators is like, y'all delusional as hell. I want to see what y'all got to say on Friday after this inevitable ass whipping. Score. Eagles 33, Cowboys 17, man. I think y'all can score about 10 points most of the game. At the end of the game, you might get a little touchdown because Jaden, Barkley and Hurts and them gonna be drinking Gatorade, man. That's what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, what y'all say, man? Peace.